Hey, this is Carrie with Canary Quilts, and I've got another edition of What's in the Box. I just did one last week for some subscriptions and the Sew Sampler Mystery Box, and this week I have got PreCuts Quilt Box, and I've got some fabrics I want to open to show you for some projects that I'm going to be doing and which projects they are. I have shown these patterns in the past, but I now have some of the fabrics to get ready to start doing them. So if you're new here, what I do is I hang on to my quilt related mail and I open it to show you what I get and see if there's anything in there that interests you, or to show you new things and to just show you what I'm getting and how I use it. I did get some fabrics in the past couple months from PreCuts Quilt Box that were like linen, and I said I'd make a good bag fabric, and I did. I made a bag for my sister, and I wanted to show that off today to show you how I use the fabrics. So that's what we got going on today. So hit the subscribe button, notification bell if you want to see this type of content and all the other fun stuff we got going on here. Real quick, if you follow my box openings, and you've seen for the past year I've been opening the Palazzo thread of the month, and this is the block of the month that came with it. And last week I opened, it was the brown roof and the brown corner. Put those together and I got my quilt together, and that's what it looks like, the top. I did all the blocks, and then my mom came over yesterday and she helped me assemble the quilt, and it turned out beautiful. Just absolutely loved doing this block of the month, and it's not available, otherwise I would send you to where you can find it. But it was really fun. We got threads and we got the block of the month, and kind of sad it's over. But anyway, wanted to show that off, but let's get down to my desk and start opening my packages. All right, I'm down at my desk, and I want to show off a bag I made for my sister. She's been wanting a bag, and I just haven't had time. Plus, the machine that I sent in, that I use for quilting, I also use for bag making, because it's just a straight stitch machine. It's really strong. That was in the shop for like a month, and I finally got it back. I was 20 minutes into making the bag, and right here, I mean, the zipper wasn't shut, but right here, I've made probably 1,000 bags on that machine. And right here, the needle broke, and then I think it's called the shuttlecock of the bobbin that turns it, is, it's not the timing. I can't get the timing right. I know how to do that, so it's just now when the needle comes down, it's hitting it. It's not hitting in the right spot. So it's back in the shop, which is really discouraging. I've been waiting to get that back to quilt, and I think I might just use my Janome Horizon to start quilting. It'll be a little slower, a little tighter, but I don't know what's going on with the machine. So anyway, back to the purse. I think it's last month. Well, the last 2 months in PreCuts Quilt Box, I've gotten some linen fabrics that have been really pretty. And I said that they'd make a good bag. And so I wanted to show you that I did make a bag for my sister. And I thought this fabric right here was nice because she does nails on the side. I think it's a pretty fabric. And she likes a lot of pockets. It has a pocket in the flap right here. And it's got a pocket on the front of the body right there. It's got pockets on the inside. I used a batik on the inside, and it's got a pocket back here. And then the vinyl that I used, I bought at an expo. I bought a bunch of really cool vinyls there, and this one is like stamps that you would see on a passport. And then the strap is like a seatbelt webbing. I really like it. I was using just regular webbing for a lot of my bags, but I really like this seatbelt webbing. I think it just looks a little cleaner, a little nicer. And then I didn't have a slide because I really wanted to use this chrome hardware that I had. I really liked it, but I didn't have a slide, and so I just made a slide with 2 of these rectangular strap holders right here. So there you go. That's the bag I made. The fabric I used is on the flap and right there, and then on the strap holders are what I got from PreCuts Quilt Box. So I hope to make more bags in the future. Probably not this bag. I think I've made 4 of these now, and I'm not a fan of making them. So The other thing too is I usually will stitch this down, my gusset. I'll usually stitch it down, but it's really hard to do. And that's what my other machine was really good at. So it would give it a much flatter look if it was stitched down right here. But I mean, it's fine that it's not. As she uses it, this seam will flatten out. But my Janome Horizon just wouldn't, I don't want it to try to even handle something like that. So that's the only difference, is my other machine would have had that stitching right here on the gusset if I would have been able to use it. All right, enough about the purse. It's pretty cool, but I hope to make more purses in the future, and if I do, I will show you what I make and how I make it. All right, let's put that aside. So, the PreCuts quilt box this month for March. I need to tell you, I did open it before I actually showed you. I didn't know if there would be a letter in there like there was last time, and so I wanted to see if there was, and I would read it before I actually opened these. Well, there wasn't a letter. I think this is the second to last box she's going to be sending out. Last month we learned that her and her family had been in an accident and that they've been kind of incapacitated, and so she has to discontinue the PreCuts quilt boxes. She says temporarily, but we'll see. She said she'd let us know if she started them back up. But anyway, I think this is going to be the second to last box. But when I opened them, which I'm glad I did, it's a great gesture that she sent chocolate in there because I love chocolate. But I live in Florida and it's been record heat, so the chocolate was melted in both of these boxes. So I went through both of these boxes, and the stash builder, I'll show you what the chocolate was on and what I did, and then in the classic, I'll show you where the chocolate was and what I did. Luckily, the chocolate did not end up on any fabrics or any of the other things in there. Most of it ended up for classic right here. So I am still going to give this away. I have inspected it. I would not give it away if it looked terrible or something was wrong with it, but I'm happy with how it looks. So I will show you also, but I just wanted to tell you, full disclosure, unfortunately there was chocolate and it melted. But let's start with the classic because that's the one I give away. And I will, after I show you, I'll let you know about after I show you both boxes, I'll let you know about the giveaway. So, the March 2025 Classic box always comes in a bag. Just so you know, you can't sign up for these right now, but they're still fun to look at as we're still getting them. And these are the items. So, let's start on the inside. So we get the bag, which is a $4 value. You saw that. We've got our pattern, which is by A Quilting Life, which are designs by Sherry McConnell. And this one's called Seaside, and it's very pretty. It's a layer cake quilt. And it is 61 by 74 and a half. But it is a repeating pattern if you wanted to make it smaller. So that's the pattern that we got in there. That's really pretty. We also got, well, that's a $10 value. We got a designer pad, which is $5. And there was a little bit of chocolate on here, and I just wiped it off. It seems pretty water resistant. I mean, I didn't make any, there wasn't any problems with wiping it off and the water getting on it. So I'm still going to give this away. This is like a daily task planner, to-do list type thing. It's not dated, so you can you put your own dates in it, make notes, and whatever you want. So that's pretty cool to keep by your desk, and you can maybe use it for quilty goals. So that's a $5 value. We got some Seam Guide washi tape, and I've gotten this before. You can put this on your, oh, and just full disclosure, there was a little bit of chocolate right here and I wiped it off. So I've used this on my machine, this blue line. I don't know if you can see it very well. So the blue line in the middle lines up with your needle, and then the white lines are 1/4 of an inch away from that. So you can use it like you would use a laser. So you can line up, you can do half square triangles or stitch and flips, and if there's big ones, you can use your tape to kind of line it up instead of maybe drawing a line. So I like this. I have used it on my machine. And that is a $6 value. Then we have a silk finish Metler thread, which is a $5 value. This is a small spool, and it's a really pretty color. It goes well with the fabrics. And then an invisible thread, which is $4 value. So that's pretty cool. I need to get some more of it invisible thread. I used mine all up. And then we have our fabrics. So we have a 1/2 yard of binding, which is a value of $7.50. And this is, it's pretty, Michael Miller Fabrics in the Loop, it's called. So that's the binding fabric. And then we have the designer this month is Michael Miller. And so it talks about it on the back. I am not going to send this to you. So just so you know, this is going to be coming from me. It's a PreCuts quilt box, and I'm not going to send this part to you with the chocolate on it. So you'll be getting everything else. But this is a $58 value, and it's 21 fat 8s. So let's take a look at these real quick. Thank goodness no chocolate got on this. I went through and checked, especially this white fabric that was on top. So it looks very Easterish. Ooh, I like that. That's kind of retro. Oh, that's really pretty. That's really cute. This is very cute fabric. I would say this is kind of Easterish. I like the colors. Ooh, I like that. That kind of looks like the little booklet that's in there. The yellow, it's geometric with the circles and the squares. There's some more loops. And then some retro squares, florals, dots. Ooh, that's pretty. So that's the fabrics that you're going to get in the box if you were to win it. And they are very pretty. So let me get these back into order. So that's the classic box that she normally sent out. It's more project oriented. And the notions are really good. If you've never used washi tape, the Seam Guide washi tape, I'd give it a shot. I think it's worth it to put on your machine so that you can line things up at 1/4 inches. And then the booklet and the pattern all in the bag. So let me get this back in the bag. I will open my stash builder and then I will tell you about the giveaway. Okay, so this is the classic is what she sends me. Thank you, Diana. And then the stash builder is what I order. I pay for this one. And this is where the chocolate was on inside of here. So I was able to just wipe it off and it's all covered in plastic here. So this one is mostly about the fabric, which is what I like. Let's just see what we got here. I'm getting excited to look at the fabric. March 2025. And she did say here that there is one more box coming in April. So let's see. The first thing we got is a Sweetwater pattern. It's called Branded. Or I mean, it's the fabric collection in there is called Branded. It's Square Dance. And it looks like all half square triangles and maybe some flying geese in the middle. That's kind of pretty. I like it. I think I've made blocks like that. How big is that? 72 by 72. Those are some big half square triangles. Wow. Okay. That's a $10 value. We've got a magnetic pad. It's got a magnet on the back so you could hang it on a refrigerator or someplace like that. And it comes with a little pen. That is a $9.50 value. Then we've got some thread, just like in the other one. And I've got gray here, which goes well with the fabrics. And our fabrics are Michael Miller. And they're called Meowgical. That's cute. I do like a cat fabric. Let's take a look at it. Oh, really cute. Pinks and whites and grays. You know, I've wanted to work in pinks and whites and grays and I just don't do it. So now I can. I really like it. Oh, look at the little striped kitty cat. Aww. And then we've got paw prints and hats and crowns. Oh, look at those kitty cats. Oh, those are so cute. And then probably different colorways of everything now. And a polka dot. Oh, that's cool. And another polka dot. Grays. And like I said, I think it's just a bunch of different colorways now of the fabrics. So, oh, it's so cute. I need to keep these together. I don't think I'll put these out into my stash. I think I'll keep them together and try to find a project to do with these. That's really cute. And those are 16 fat quarters that we usually got in our So Magical, our PreCuts quilt box. And that's it. So she talks about the block of the month. Something happened to their website and that it'll be back up on April 1st. But again, you can't sign up for this box anymore because she just can't do it with all the issues she's had recently. So this is the second to last box we're getting. And that's what we got. And it's really cool. I really like it. So I'm glad I got to show off my bag too, so that you could see how I use the fabrics that I get. I will usually tell you, for the most part I can remember where I got them. So I will tell you where I got my fabrics from as I use them in my projects in the future. All right, so the giveaway for this box here is going to be held on, it's going to open on my Facebook and Instagram page, which I'll have links down below in the description that you can go to, and I'll have the rules and maybe a little question to answer. But that'll start today, and then I will give this away on Tuesday, April 8th. Yes, April 8th at noon Eastern. My post will tell you it's really only open to U.S. residents. It's just way too expensive to ship outside of the U.S. So just U.S. residents. And yeah, leave your comment. Let me know, whatever question I decide to ask. I haven't decided yet. And you can win this box. So I have gone over this box. Just again, I've gone over this box and there is no chocolate on anything in here. So I wouldn't give it away if there was. All right. So that's the PreCuts quilt box on the giveaway. And what it looks like. And it's our second to last box. So I need to find another quilt box to open. Mystery quilt box. All right. I have some fabrics from Fat Quarter Shop that I ordered for some projects. And all right. So if you've been watching, you know that I'm doing this. It's a steampunk quilt through Pictures Boutique, and for the most part I'm trying to use the Tim Holtz Eclectic Elements palettes in here for the fabrics. Not all of them are, but a lot of them are, and the different colors are getting released at different times. So I've got two more of those in here. And this wasn't a part, I don't think this was a part of the palette. Oh, it is. This is the low volume palette for Eclectic Elements. It's all light colors. So each month I'll probably be getting 1 or 2 of these fat quarter bundles to start using in my steampunk quilt. So this is a diary. It gets upside down. And I will have her information down below. She has some really cool paper pieces. She's very intricate in her paper pieces. And then this is the heart. And I have not pulled the papers on this because that's going to take a while. See, that's what the what they look like. Oops, I got to pull it over. Just turn it all over. So that's what the papers look like on the back side. I think this took me 20 hours to put together. And it's fun. I'm not complaining at all. I really enjoy doing this. And I'm really looking forward to what the quilt is going to look like in the end. And I'm working on the 3rd block, and it is April. She hasn't put the 4th block out yet. But you can go check it out on her website. So that's what I'm using these in. So this is the neutral, or the low volume, I should say, fat quarters. And that's what they look like. And, oh, that's cool. I like text. Oh, that's cool too. And then this one is called Neutral. That's what came out this month. I think low volume might have been out. There we go, I got it open. But this is the Neutral palette. I've gotten pink, red, orange, yellow. I think the next one that's going to come out is green. But this is called Neutral, and it's a little darker than the low volume ones here. So I'm really looking forward to starting to incorporate these into my steampunk quilt also. Oh, look at that. That's cool. That's a cool fabric. I would have to keep that in mind for some kind of landscape if I do landscaping quilts again. So that's what's in here, are those Tim Holtz Eclectic Elements. And what else do I have? Okay, let's put the box aside. I've got a couple things. I got some notes, and I've got some patterns. So I showed off these patterns a couple months ago. I went to a Villages Quilt show and saw these patterns, and they really I really liked them. They're I don't know, I don't want to call them childish, but, or maybe even juvenile, but I like them. So that's what they are. They're Halloween patterns. They're 3D. But what I did was I started ordering fabric particularly for this one, because I really think I can find the fabrics I need for this one. But this one's large. How big is it? It's 30 by 57. So this tree here is pretty big, and it's an applique. So you need to cut it out of a pretty big piece of fabric. So these are the fabrics I got. That might have some glare on it, so let me pull that out. So maybe it doesn't have so much glare. Let's see, the black was for the tree. Okay, the black is for the tree. I got more than I thought I had. And the border. So the border and the tree are going to be the same fabric. I think she used different fabrics, but I'm going to use the same fabric. And this fabric is called Full Moon by Whistler Studio for Wyndham Fabrics. And then this green might have been their sale fabric. I don't remember. That's going to be for the grass. And I think I ordered a yard of all of this. So that's the lime green for the grass. I may be able to use it in this one also, but I really do think this is a smaller one. This is 19 by 24, so I really think I can find my fabrics for this in my stash. So those are those two fabrics because I needed large pieces and I mostly have just fat quarters. So And then the background is another large piece. And so I got this spider web fabric, which is funny because I saw it in here. Where did I see it? In the low volume? Yep, it was in the low volume palette. So I knew that it was Tim Holtz. I just didn't know that I was going to get it in my fat quarters. So I got another yard of this. So that will be my background. Hers is more white, but mine will be this color, which I will be fine with. And then all the other fabrics for all the little 3D elements, I will be able to find in my stash. So there you go. I will be showing you how this goes together. And I wanted to show you the fabrics I got for it, that I didn't just buy this and put it away. I plan on doing it. And those are the fabrics I got for it. So I do have another pattern from Laura Hine called Perfect, which is a cat. And I really looked hard for some fabrics and I just didn't see anything that spoke to me for the background. So I still have that on hold, but there we go. Those are the fabrics I got for these. Here's my Tim Holtz Eclectic Elements palettes for this month. And then next month, hopefully if I get them, I will show you in that box opening and my stash builder and the giveaway, the classic PreCuts quilt box, which will be April 8th at 12 Eastern on my Facebook page or my Instagram page. So I will, all the rules are there on the post. Just go over to those pages and you can read about it and let me know if you're interested. So there you go, my latest box opening. This is fun. I look forward to all the projects that I'm doing. I like to show off what I'm doing. Like, I'm not really doing the steampunk on camera or anything, but I get to show it off with the fabrics I'm buying. And I really appreciate you. Let me know what you think, and hit the subscribe button, notification bell if you want to see more things like this, and the last PreCuts quilt box that's coming in next month. And I will be putting that together if you want to see that. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.